Welcome to Real Conversations with Patricia Baranovsky-Schneider, the podcast that takes you on a journey around the world to meet some of the most inspiring and accomplished individuals. Discover their stories, uncover invaluable business lessons from their paths to success, and gain exclusive insights on how to apply their strategies to elevate your life and business.
Hello, and welcome to Real Conversations with Patricia. I'm your host, Patty Baranowski-Schneider. Today I'm joined by Abhishek. I'm going to be bad with this. Abhishek, tell me again how you pronounce your name.
Abhishek.
Abhishek Singh. So welcome, Abhishek. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I thank you for inviting me on this podcast. I'm Abhishek. I'm an entrepreneur from last 12 years. Currently, I'm running a third startup. I've taken an exit from my previous startup. Have been into media advertising marketing from last 12 years and have been deep in the trenches in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency from last 5 years now.
Nice. Now, how do you see AI transforming the cryptocurrency and blockchain industry, particularly in areas like trading, security, and automation?
So, the best example is, let's say you and me, we can, if we get a report, I'm sure a lot of people don't even understand those numbers, which I'm sure I'm scared of those numbers. But let's say for the sake of understanding is if we get those reports, it will take us weeks to understand those reports and then do some number crunching and then come to an answer, whereas AI can do it within half an hour. So AI is faster than us, AI is smarter than us, and AI can also have a lot of data which it can see from past trends, which probably you and me get biased, we get emotions, and so that's why AI is very helpful in trading activities. It is smarter than us, faster than us, and it can do it just in a click of a second. So
yeah, it definitely is a lot quicker than we are. Now, AI agents are gaining traction in Web3 applications. So how do you think they'll impact decentralized finance, DeFi, NFT marketplaces, and smart contract execution?
sure. So the same logic happens in DeFi as well. Now, what happens is a lot of AI agents, we give them certain amount of data, we give them certain power so that they can start trading on your behalf, and they are faster than us. So by the time we think that we have to take this decision, AI would have already done that. They've already would have executed the answers. Second, especially in trading, especially in finance, and this is where we as human beings lack is we get emotional. So we are under too much fear. For example, now if you see all markets are crashing, we are extremely fearful. When the markets eventually will start pumping up, then we'll get into greed. Whereas in AI, it is above these emotions. So if it has been given a target, it will do it without getting too much worked up, without getting too much under the emotions of this. So that's why I think it's a better option to do trading.
It's so hard to not put emotions into it because I remember years and years ago, I was learning to day trade and they had me on a platform with paper trading. So it's not real money and there's no emotion. So, you're trading, if you lost 10,000, it's like, no big deal tomorrow. And it was fine. And then the minute I put my real money, it's like, oh my God, I'm losing, I get out. And then the stock price goes up and I'm buying, and I'm doing the opposite. I'm buying high, selling low, which is the opposite. And the funny part was I forgot all about it years later. And I was like, you know what? I still have that paper account. I would be a billionaire right now had I just not had emotion. I'm like, So it's having something take that pressure off you. That's a good thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, many platforms are now integrating AI-powered analytics for crypto trading. So how reliable are these AI models in predicting market trends and what are the risks involved?
So yes, AI agents are good at predicting markets, but definitely we have not yet reached at that stage where maybe you can still give your paper money to AI agents and they will trade for you because then you are safe. But and there are a lot of biases as well in current LLM models. So there have been a lot of instances when AI do not understand. It has been, probably I think around 5 years back. I still remember I used to run an ORM company, or a reputation management company, and we had certain levels of priority from our clients. And one night, I still remember around 3 a.m. I got a text message that there's an emergency at a client's. There was a dinner party hosted by a client, and then there was emergency. I went on my laptop and I checked that there was a priority one saying that somebody got killed in this party. And I was very shocked. I was shocked because it was a normal corporate party like you have. And then when we started reading about it, that what happened in that, so this AI had picked up a trend. Somebody had tweeted saying, I had a killer party last night. And because AI, a lot of time AI does not understand humor, it doesn't understand sarcasm, it doesn't understand the context. So it might take things on real value, which is not good for. And now we know definitely President Trump, he says a lot of things, but he doesn't actually mean it, right?
Right,
But an AI would not say. I mean, if President Trump says something that I'm going on a war with Iran tomorrow,
right.
and AI
It's
will
gonna think
take it
it's
and it
you.
will start selling all the oil stocks. But you and me know that
Right.
this is not the case. So it is not that trustworthy. It is not as smart as human. They don't understand sarcasm. They don't understand
Yeah.
context.
It's a work in progress.
It is. Hopefully soon.
Yeah. So tell us, what role does AI play in improving privacy and security in blockchain networks, especially in protecting users from scams and fraud?
So again, I'll give you both the point of views. As AI is just a technology. How you use it, it depends completely on you. If you are getting scammed, if you are a scammer, you might use AI. And unfortunately, what happens is usually in all these technologies, people who want to use it for bad purposes, they are way ahead than a lot of us who are still thinking. So yes, in terms of privacy, AI could be a better resource, but you have to be very careful. In fact, again, interesting story since we are talking. We have heard a lot of times AI scamming human beings. There was a first instance, I think today or yesterday, when a human being scammed an AI, and it got around 50 Ethereum, which is around 100K US dollars,
Wow.
taken it from him. So humans are also not trustworthy, neither AI
No,
is.
unfortunately. Oh, that's actually pretty clever. They outsmarted AI.
Yes, but they did.
Now tell us, with generative AI now capable of creating smart contracts, NFTs, and even entire virtual worlds in the metaverse, how do you think it'll lead to greater adaptation or introduce new risks?
Sure. So I think this will lead to a lot of adoption, because probably you and me, people like us who are not highly tech savvy, who don't do smart contracts, I can also go on a platform and just write that these are, I mean, just write down in plain English saying that this is what are the features which I want. Like probably we have seen how Gen AI, all of us can now start developing images in the same way. If you can start giving prompts, it can start coding for you, so everybody will have access to it. It is easy, and then everybody can actually create their own smart contract. So that, I think, that will bring in more mass adoption. Probably my mother can also just, if she can just say, give the right prompt, she can create a smart contract. So everybody would be a coder.
Yeah, that's going to be a scary world. So, how is AI reshaping digital marketing strategies in the crypto space? And like, what tools do you think will become essential for Web3 marketing?
Okay, so I mean the same thing which our marketplace is doing currently, which is Vitamin AI. What we are doing is, and again, this is from a personal problem which I had faced, and that's how I created Vitamin AI. Is we hired one influencer in 2022, and again, these days these influencers think that they are the biggest superstars in the world, although if they have whatever 10,000, 20,000 followers, they really think they are above anyone else. So it was one very difficult to chase this influencer. Finally, we got hold of her. We started talking to her. We negotiated. I paid the money, and then she suddenly ghosted me. So this $5,000 which I paid her, she never did any work. Nothing was done, and you can't do anything in this scenario. And that's why we created Vitamin AI, in which, and that's why I say probably agents are more trusted, are more trustworthy as humans, because they don't get into emotions. They are not. They will not start thinking that I'm a real celebrity because they have certain amount of followers. Hopefully, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So in Web3 marketing, I mean, if you everything is on chain, so you can see how much you have paid this particular AI agent influencer, what work they have done. They will give you analytics. They will give you reports as well. They will not say that my dog has died suddenly, so I can't give you a
Yeah.
report. It is completely transparent. It is better than human beings, and
Right.
I think that's what we're trying to create now.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, people are good with excuses and everything. And I do agree. You know, it's funny, even with just like AI in general, where people say, oh, it's taking away jobs, blah, blah, blah. But it's like when you just think of certain people, the weather is an issue. Everyone has a sick day or so many hours. After this many hours, I need time and a half. For, you don't have AI 24/7, 24/7, no sick days. So I get it. But
Yeah. So in fact, I tweeted and it got a lot of controversy also a few weeks back. I said more jobs would be taken by people's laziness than AI in 2025. So I
For
mean,
sure.
it is a fact.
Yeah. Well, we live in a world now where everybody wants to do less and make more. So you're making it very easy for AI to replace you. But now tell us, personalization is key in marketing today. So how can AI-driven content recommendation engines be leveraged to enhance engagement for crypto platforms and Web3 communities?
Okay, so yeah, I think this is a very important fact in which AI can actually help rather than all the negative things which you talk about. AI is depending on the context. I think AI can understand a lot of contextual things as well rather than just throwing data at you. So even though if I have liked certain brands, if I am reading certain kind of content, this was earlier as well in Google search engine, other search engines, but AI can give it more contextually. So probably it knows that if so, I mean, in fact, I was talking to somebody who has started a new tool in which is used to send emails. Now, what happens is usually emails till date. If you put all these emails, you have this database, they will send at the same time. It will send, let's say, put at 9 a.m. It will send it to everyone. But now what they've understood is based on AI, your timing of opening up an email and my timing of opening up an email is different. So it will start sending at different times depending on what that person has been more responsive to. So that increases the open rate, it also increases the click rate and maybe sales as well. So I think these are certain more customized content strategies in which AI can definitely help you.
Yeah, no, it definitely makes sense because especially in a global world, you're dealing with people around the world and everybody's time zone's different and there's daylight savings time, blah, blah, blah. So it makes sense. And it's cool that it can actually understand what you when you're most online,
Yes. And without revealing your private data as well, it just knows that XYZ this IP address is this time active. It will send it that point of time.
That's very good. So tell us, what are some of the biggest challenges in marketing crypto and blockchain projects, and how can AI help tackle the misinformation, regulatory concerns, and user trust issues?
Okay, so I think AI is not solving these problems; it is just increasing these three problems which you just mentioned. The biggest challenge in marketing crypto is creating awareness. It's is creating trust because we have seen in last few years how many people have got scammed, and their media always puts all those things. So till the time my mother says that I would like to invest in Bitcoin, I think I have not reached that level of comfort where everybody is happy. So creating awareness and building credibility, which AI can't do, which only human to human connections can do it. So I think we have a long way to go from that point of view as of now.
It's, it definitely, it moves fast, but I think, like you say, the technology can move super, super fast, but the trust issue and all of that good stuff. And unfortunately, in the world of scammers and frauds, they are very aggressive and they are just as fast as AI. So it's going to be a, neck and neck competition.
Correct. Absolutely.
Now, how do you see AI generated content like text, images, and videos influencing branding and storytelling for blockchain projects, NFTs, and decentralized apps?
So I think definitely a lot of crypto brands have already started adopting. In fact, more than crypto, Web2 brands. In fact, Coke did one AI video film for the Christmas, which was a huge hit. So and again, if it is cheaper, if it is better, anybody can do it. I think everybody is going to use it, and we started accepting that crypto or AI generated content is acceptable. We don't cringe anymore. We don't say that this is a lazy work. I think the acceptance has started coming in now.
It's funny. It almost it's more hard to tell, like especially like when President Trump came and there were all these funny videos. Like I just was watching one before. It almost even some other ones. It's almost hard to tell what people are all around you saying. Is this one real? Is this AI? So it's almost to the point people are accepting it, and it's more like a fun game of saying, is this real or isn't this real? What do you think? So tell us, looking ahead, do you think AI-powered marketing agents could replace traditional digital marketers in the crypto space, or will there always be a need for human intuition and strategy?
I think for execution, yes, AI agents will definitely replace. In fact, they've already started replacing, as you mentioned, 24/7, no emotions, they can do it. But for strategy, but for thinking, for creative thinking, they'll definitely need supervision. And creative ideas can't come from ChatGPT. I definitely agree with that. You have to have that creative kind of mindset to create that. But execution definitely will be with AI agents in next 3 years.
Anything else you want to talk about that we didn't already cover?
No, I think we covered everything. But yeah, just for all the listeners, don't get scared of any kind of new technology. I know it becomes a bit challenging to understand it, but even if you understand, if you start using it, probably you are ahead of 80-70% of people in the world. So you will be in that top 20-30%, and AI is not going to take your job. But those who don't understand AI, definitely they'll be left behind. So, and there is no other option. There is no other way to say it. You have to learn it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the world is just constantly evolving, and you always have to be a constant learner. I mean, that's just in any game. Like I remember years and years ago working at a job, and back then people didn't need computers. We're going back many years, and the company closed. And at this point, I'm always learning, and I'm on computers, and all I kept thinking is, "Wow, where are these people going to go?" Because these people were already in their late 40s, early 50s many years ago, and I'm like, it's just basic. You have to constantly keep evolving, and this is just another one, and it's not going anywhere. So you might as well jump on the bandwagon and start learning it. At least, learn it, use it, play with it, and just see what comes of it. So I get it. So now how can people get a hold of you or learn more about Vitamin AI and get a hold of you and all that good stuff?
Yeah, you can just go to vitaminai.online. We are on Twitter. I'm very active on LinkedIn and Twitter. Abhishek Singh Rajpurohit. Just go and search. Happy to help in anything, any advice, anything which you need from me. Happy to help everyone.
Well, thank you again for being on the show. Again, that was I'm going to be bad with this again. Abhishek Singh?
Yes.
So thanks for listening to Real Conversations with Patricia. Never miss an episode by subscribing to the channel. And be sure to click the bell notification to see future episodes. So thank you again.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Real Conversations with Patricia, talking with some of the most brilliant minds on their journey to success and their recommended strategies. Please leave your feedback and visit pristineadvisors.com to get the latest and greatest business advisement on the planet. Feel free to let me know your thoughts, suggestions, and anything else you'd like me to cover. Together, we can make success happen for all.